Hi there once again, welcome back to Prestige Auctions. The clearance team from Prestige have been out clearing properties across the region again, and they've been finding some fantastic stuff to go into our weekly general sale. Well, this week they've come up with an absolute corker. Now, many years ago there were plenty of potteries around the southwest of this country, and one of them went by the name of Troika. Troika was a fantastic little pottery, and sadly, from what I understand, no longer with us. I don't think anyone's even using the name, as far as I'm aware. I can't be sure on that. However, we was fortunate enough to go into a house and find not one, not two, but three pieces of Troika in a house in Cleethorpes last week, and these items are going under the hammer this week at Prestige Auctions, and this auction will take place on the 17th of August. Okay, now I'm going to show you some of these pieces the best we can. Of course, just everybody, just remember our studio is in the middle of construction at the minute, but we're still trying to get some content out to be able to show you guys some of these fantastic finds that we're getting in different house clearances. Now, if you can look at that one there, this is quite a nice piece, deep blue. Now, my wife would be the first to tell you that Troika is not everybody's cup of tea. You might like Moorcroft, you might like Dalton, you might like Colport, you might like Troika, but it's not everybody's cup of tea. And personally, I've got to say, I'm on the fence with it. I'm not sure if I like it or not. I almost think it looks well ahead of its time. When they was making this stuff back in the day, it's almost like it was before that we was ready for that sort of stuff. Maybe that's why it didn't last. I don't know. But this one here, this one is a nice one. So you get all sorts of different shapes in Troika. Now this one here, as you can see there, with the big T on there, and then you'd always have sort of different designs on there as well. And the insides are always glazed as well. There you go, which is quite nice. And the artist would have also signed them on the bottom. So I'm trying to put that in a little bit closer for you there to see. Now, in terms of the first one that we looked at, just to give you an idea of sizes, well, that one comes in at 6.5 inches tall, and the second one that we did comes in at 7 inches tall. Now, what you need to look at if you're buying Troika, or if you're finding Troika, if you're lucky enough to find any on a boot sale or a charity shop or anything, as with all pottery, condition is everything. Now, the first one I showed you is in pretty good nick. However, this one here has got a little nick just there. If you can see, little nick just in the corner, which is, will it'll shave a little bit off the price, but Troika being what it is, it won't take a huge amount off. Now, the reason being is because there's not that much of it around. You don't see Troika all the time, whereas you do see lots of other pottery stuff all the time. Troika is not one of those. So don't be too put off by a little bit of damage on any Troika pieces. Anyway, them two pieces are extremely nice, and I'm just going to show you just very quickly some that we've been looking at online on eBay. So this one here, as you can see in the middle, which is not unsimilar to the first one that I showed you, somebody accepted a best offer on that of £275 or under £275 probably. But when you look at some of the pieces, of course, they did round pieces and square pieces and all sorts of different shapes and sizes. So there are lots of interesting bits out there that you can buy, and they are readily available, of course, but not in sort of the quantities as other pieces. But maybe it sounds to you like we're coming up to some sort of big ending on this, because we actually are. Well, when I say big, I mean huge. Well, when you find Troika pieces, the usual size pieces that you find are around this size. When the few that we've had in the auction room over the years, they're usually around 7-8 inches tall. And then all of a sudden, you get absolutely blown away in a house when you see something like that. This is a beast. It's an absolute beauty. If you're a Troika collector, you would give your right arm to have one of these in your collection. They're the ones that sell for more money. All the decoration, all the condition is pretty good. There's a bit of dust and a few cobwebs in there, maybe the odd side scratch, but nothing major. And then all the important stuff on the bottom there for you as well. The glazed inside, plenty of dirt in there as well. And this one measures in at, let's have a look. 14 inches tall. Now, 14 inches tall with a Troika piece, you know, this is worth certainly a few £100. It could be quite a bit more, but it's a nice piece indeed, and this is going to be sold this week at Prestige Auctions on the 17th of August. So if you are interested in that, then you need to come to the auction. This auction is not online. Our general sales are that big that we don't put them onto the internet. We would never get them turned around quick enough. So this beautiful piece of Troika, 14 inches tall, is going under the hammer this Saturday at Prestige Auctions from 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, I'm just going to show you here one very similar piece that has just sold on the internet. Rare, let's just take that off there. Rare large Troika double base vase, decorated by Anne Lewis. This one isn't an Anne Lewis from what I can see, but this is a very, very similar in design. When you look at this, the shaping and everything about it is very similar to the one that I've just shown you. Colours are slightly different. This ours has got more blues. This is more sort of whites and creams, but the design is pretty similar. So there you go. In fact, if you look at that there and then look at that there, you know, that kind of shows you. But of course, what's the important thing to note on this? Well, it's that price. £1,138 and $1,138.50, which equates to £892.07 in sterling. So these things are quite valuable. Is this one that valuable? Well, Anne Lewis is quite well collected, so whether this one is worth that kind of money, I'm not entirely sure. But what I can tell you is there's going to be interest in it. So if you have got any interest in these Troika vases and you can't make the auction and you do want to get involved with the bidding, then please give us a ring on 07904 272 558 and we'll be able to get you involved in the bidding on this one via the telephone lines. So it is a nice piece. There's 3 nice pieces. I estimate they'll be sold somewhere around lunchtime, maybe on Saturday this week. And of course, if you are viewing this YouTube video after the auction has taken place, then just think about looking out for these items. Some people often overlook Troika as just being nothing in boxes of assorted and things in auction rooms. So don't be that person. If you see one of these, grab them. They're worth money. If you have got any of them to sell and you want to bring them down to Prestige Auctions, we'll certainly get it sold for you. But anyway, I just want to say thank you to you all for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment. Maybe if you've got some Troika, tell us about the pieces that you've got or where you found them. Did you buy them cheap from a charity shop or something? That'd be great to know. We can maybe do a little feature on that as well. And don't forget to hit that all important subscribe button, and we will catch you at the next one.